Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. And thank you to all those of you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and all your wonderful comments and feedback and support. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings and continue to keep me so busy with those. And also a thank you to my regular clients for your consistent feedback and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information in detail, and also has my email address. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Current turnaround time is pretty fast. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back to you quite quickly and almost always set up a reading within a 2-week period of time. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. So moving right along, remember to watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign. And just by watching all three, if you know them and if you can, you will find that you get additional bits of insight from watching your other videos as well to give you a more cohesive picture. So this video is for Gemini for June 2017, the air sign of Gemini, Gemini the twins for June 2017 mid-month. Let us see what the remaining 2 weeks has in store for our twins, the Geminis. I will be pulling 4 cards, 2 cards for each remaining week with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance. So Gemini, we have the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles and the Hanging Man with the Star for the last half of June. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the 10 of Wands. So Gemini, it looks like a lot of you have run into a delay or an obstacle or a challenge of some kind, perhaps when you weren't expecting it, just when you're at the end of something or getting close to the end of something. And what this something is, of course, this is a general reading, and there's so many of you watching. Of course, the readings aren't going to mean the same thing to the same degree and intensity for everybody that watches. I mean, how could it possibly? That's why we always ask you to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. So for some of you, this may be applying to a relationship area of your life, whether that's a romantic relationship or friendship, a different type of relationship. And it can also apply to work and career or even to spiritual issues as well. The specifics of how it plays out in your life may vary from other Geminis, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. So we find ourselves in the middle of June 2017, time being somewhat fluid, of course, with the 9 of Wands, followed by the 5 of Pentacles. So Wands is fire energy, it's creative energy, and a lot of times Wands can show up in readings for people's, careers, business, new projects, entrepreneurial activities. It's a very active, fluid, dynamic suit because it's powered by fire. The 9 of Wands represents being kind of not giving up in the 11th hour, being very close to completing a journey, because the 10 of Wands would represent completion or being very near the end of it, and that's actually your overall energy. The 9 of Wands can represent sort of a final challenge or last minute obstacle or delay, and this man has retreated a little bit from this this grouping of 8 wands, which represents something that's gotten in his way that he wasn't expecting. It's not a full-blown retreat, it's just about taking a few steps back, maybe taking a look at things, re-strategizing, figuring out how to what you need to do to get past this delay, obstacle, or challenge, or if you in fact need to do anything to get past it. And it may be some of you may be in a place where you feel discouraged and maybe overwhelmed too. The 10 of Wands is your overall energy. The 10 of Wands can represent a heavy burden, something that you've been working at for a long time or carrying for a long time, nearing the end, because 10s represent completion, the end of a cycle. And the 10 of Wands can sometimes represent feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you've gotten in over your head. So be vigilant about that energy. The Nine of Wands is strongly encouraging you not to give up, Gemini, not to get too frustrated. Don't feed into too much of that negative energy, because you're almost there. The situation looks like it is drawing to a close fairly quickly. That Nine of Wands is paired with the Five of Pentacles. So here we have Earth energy, which is the element which governs the suit of Pentacles. It's a very tangible, when you think about the element of Earth, it's tangible. And in the tarot, the suit of Pentacles often represents things that we can see and touch and feel in that concrete day-to-day world we live in. Things like money, finances, resources. The Five of Pentacles can represent financial or material insufficiency and lack, or the fear of insufficiency and lack. It can also, in an emotionally energetic level, or in relationships, it can represent feeling abandoned, rejected, or shut out from a group, maybe blackballed somehow. But the advice is that there's a solution very close by, or help or resources what you need very close by. You can see this couple is standing in front of this what appears to be a church cathedral window, and this golden light shining out implies that whatever it is they need, because they appear to be in need. In other tarot decks, there's sometimes you can see them out in the rain or the snow. They look maybe a little kind of homeless, needy. There's a solution or an answer or resources close by, and there may be, with whatever this challenge or delay is, for some of you it may be that you're in a material sense, you're waiting for some money to come through, or a loan to come through, approval on some kind of financial or material issue to come through, and there's been yet one more thing that you need to do, or yet one more delay in it. Don't give up, just kind of hang in there. Some of you, there may be a solution, or there may be help very close by if you reach out and ask for it. But there's this sense with this energy of the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, Gemini, of not giving up when things are getting hard, because that Ten of Wands, again, could indicate that some of you, in whatever the situation is, whether it's a relationship situation or a work, career, project situation, you may have felt like you're in over your head, and this is just, oh, the straw that broke the camel's back. One last thing, what do I have to do? But just don't give up, just kind of hang in there. I feel like for some of you, there may be support and help nearby, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is something that's going to work itself out. I feel like it's more a sense of divine timing and orchestration. And here, over the next couple of weeks, Gemini, you're being asked to just kind of take a step back, not make any hasty decisions or do anything spontaneously or impulsively. I feel like this is divine timing and orchestration, and Spirit is actually kind of working this one out. And particularly if it involves a conflict with other people or waiting for a resolution of some kind. The next combination of cards, two major arcana cards, the Hanging Man and the Star. The Hanging Man is about also taking a step back, particularly in conflict, and letting it resolve itself, or letting Spirit kind of come in and resolve it. The Hanging Man can represent sometimes withdrawing from conflict, or being asked not to get involved in conflict, or not to do anything to try and fix the situation, because sometimes the best way to win a battle is not to fight one, just to let people kind of sort it out themselves. Ultimately, the Hanging Man is about taking a step back and surrendering to what is without fighting it, and understand that it will work itself out in its own time and in its own way, divine timing and orchestration. And it's accompanied by the Star card, which underscores that. This is a card of renewed hope and faith. Hope and faith that things are going to work out the way that they're meant to, even if you can't see how. Just, this is about taking a step back and trusting in God's Spirit, your angels and guides, that this isn't one, I think, that you can jump in and fix, Gemini. You may feel compelled to do something or compelled to give up, but what you're really being asked to do is have hope and faith, which is what this card is about. Hope and faith. That's why she's pouring her pitchers of water out into the body of water she's kneeling in. She's completely emptying her own reserves out in perfect faith and confidence that her reserves will be filled when she needs them, because she has that trust and faith in the path that she's on, in being led where she's needed, where she needs to go, whether or not she can see too far ahead or not. It's having hope and faith in the promise and potential of joy and fulfillment on the path, even if you can't see it. So Gemini, overall, and with your overall energy being the Ten of Wands, this situation, whatever it is, a relationship perhaps could be in a difficult spot, financially, a job, career, you know, you could be again, I feel like you've run into something. Something's kind of come up, and I feel like for a lot of you it was unexpected, and you may feel overwhelmed with this Ten of Wands energy, feel like giving up, but it's very close to being resolved, whatever this is. And I feel like if there's something you're supposed to do, that will be made evident to you. But for now, it's about just taking a step back and kind of letting things sort themselves out, particularly if it's conflict with people. And I feel like if there's anything you need to do over the next couple of weeks, Spirit will make that clear to you. But this is something I feel that's divine timing and orchestration. Other things are at play here. So just make sure to kind of just let the situation be what it is and trust that things are going to work out. And if there's something that you need to do, if you're confused about doing anything, don't. Because if there's anything you need to do, I think Spirit's going to make it very evident and very clear to you. But just kind of hang back for the next week or two, the last couple of weeks of June, and just let things kind of sort themselves out. I feel like Spirit is at work here. Actually, let me pull one more card just to see. Yep, we would have had the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. Divine timing and orchestration, stroke of good luck, good fortune kind of coming in to help, I think, bring this to a close, resolve this somehow. Again, whether it's in a career project, entrepreneurial part of your life, or a relationship situation, which may be kind of rocky. Definitely, if there's conflict with people, do not engage in conflict. Don't try and fix things. There's more at play here than I think you can see, and just kind of have trust and faith that things are going to work out, Gemini. And also, there's kind of an underlying energy of, if you're feeling overwhelmed and tired and frustrated, take a step back and kind of recharge and kind of rest. I don't think there's much you can do here, so take care of yourself. Be on guard, be vigilant about that negative energy, focusing only on the negative aspects of things. This is one for trust. This is one for sitting back and resting in trust, even when you can't see the path in front of you, Gemini. So, and I know with all your lovely air energy and analytical energy, that may be kind of difficult for you to do, but just kind of hang tight over the next couple of weeks, Gemini. I really feel like all will be well. Divine timing and orchestration is at play here, so just trust in that. So Gemini, that pretty much wraps up your June 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, or that it's brought you some relief or clarity, particularly those of you that are in the midst of a situation like this. Thank you very much for watching it. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July general readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can click on the About or Description button on my channel's homepage and email me at magggie@gmaguire@gmail.com. Maggie, @gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again soon. And until then, as always, Gemini, remember that I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.